fight that's been vociferously hailed as the second fight for freedom. A fight against corruption that has brought an entire nation on its feet. A fight where one man's voice has struck a chord with millions and millions of Indians. With the nation relentlessly rallying behind the 74-year-old as he prepares to spend his third night at Tihar. Times now asks, why has Anna Hazare struck a chord with you? Struck a chord with you.
I think what this movement shows is that every Indian today is not just enraged, but he's engaged with the polity, with where this country is headed. Having said that, I think it is also unfair to pit it as Anna versus the government or civil society versus the government. We cannot, and neither does Anna want, to subvert parliamentary democracy. We cannot have laws made on our streets. We can't have laws made at Jantar Mantar at Ram Leela. We can't have people who come out in vigil and then want almost a lynch mob mentality to create laws. So while the cause is fine, while the end is very, very important and very relevant to this country, we have to take a look at the means. And sometimes I believe that what Anna has done is he's fired that spark of engagement. He's fired that spark of reality. We've now got to make sure that that spark of reality ignites a fire which all of us can control, and which most certainly this country can control within the framework of parliamentary democracy. Laws must be made in order that they are relevant, exacting and rewarding for the people of this country.
I think the Anna Hazare movement has struck chord with the common masses simply because we all can see the impact of what our country is going through in terms of not just corruption but poor facilities for the people who are really, really poor. I don't see how it's benefiting all our systems that we have is benefiting them. I think people who are educated like us still go ahead a little bit. We do face a lot of problems. We do face a lot of corruption too, but we somehow live with it. But I think people who are really, really suffering, are the very poor people. Like, for example, I know that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has given so many millions of dollars for India to rehabilitate and look after farmers and take care of the suicide issues. But I know a lot of them have not been taken care of. And I say a lot means there are thousands or even lakhs of farmers who are still not living a hand-to-mouth existence.
Well, I'm here because I want to be part of the change. I want to be part of this energy to not only want to change things with the government, but to look inside and probably reflect and make a change every day.
I think, first of all, it caught the Congress party by surprise because they were comparing it, I think, to the days of the emergency. Now there are 4 differences over here. During the emergency, there wasn't a middle class. There was only very, very rich people and very poor people. The rich people didn't bother to come out on the streets, and the poor people couldn't because they have to survive. Today, this movement was actually supported by the middle class, the lower middle class, the people who actually have to deal with corruption on a daily basis, such as buying a railway ticket, which you can't get unless you pay a bribe to the person behind the counter, and then you go in and you find that the seats are completely empty. So these are the small daily things which people have to suffer. And I think that anger that has come out, and the people who are supporting Anna Hazare are not just expressing their support against corruption. They're actually showing their frustration with the whole system. And that's what it is. There's a huge frustration with the whole system. It includes the lack of infrastructure, bijli, pani, education, medical care. All that is under this big umbrella of the slogan of corruption.
Why I'm here to support Anna Hazare? Well, because I think he's a hero. I think he's someone I would like to idolize. In my life living in India, I've lived all my life in India, but I don't remember any Indian that I've been so proud of and so wanting to support and believe in all his ideologies and his ways, and hope to be like him someday. So I think he's a hero, and he's the right kind of hero to have and the right kind of hero to propagate. So I'm here to support him and whatever he stands for.
I think the common man was, common man is he's struggling a lot, and he's kept busy day to day with his everyday problem, and he's very frustrated and very fed up. The roads are not nice, the infrastructure is not nice, and everywhere he's a little, he doesn't get what he wants. So he's a little frustrated and somewhat fed up. So I think, and then also the common man feels, what can I do? I am angry, I am fed up, but there is no forum for me to express my anger, my discontent. Nobody is listening. So मेरे पास मैं कैसे लोगों को समझाऊं मेरे अंदर क्या हो रहा है? But what Anna Hazare has done, in a way he's empowered the common man. The common man feels, the middle class feels that yes, I can go and somebody will hear. I mean, through Anna, our voices will be heard, because at every stage you have to give bribe. If you want to build a house, you've got all the papers in hand, and yet you have to give something, otherwise the work is not done. Same thing with everywhere, getting a ticket here, I mean in every place. So people are getting, it's getting too much. And then you're reading in the papers all kinds of scams and thousands of crores. We are paying education cess. Now I believe we have to pay health cess. And we are doing what we can, and we have worked all up. I mean, I'm not enjoying my family money, I have earned. Whatever money I have, it is my own hard-earned money.
That man has so much courage that he doesn't need anything from anybody. I think we are taking from you, so I'm taking a lot of courage from you, I'm taking a lot of energy from you.
Ultimately, we're all on the same side. This is one India. And this is an India which must accept the fact that for far too long we've been tolerant, we've been in bed with corruption, all of us. It's not about A. Raja, it's not about Suresh Kalmadi. It's about the individual citizen who pays a bribe to a traffic policeman. It's about that poor villager who is forced to pay a bribe to the patwari. That's the idiom we've got to change. The Jan Lokpal Bill is only a visual symbol. But as Swami Agnivesh rightly said today, it is as important in weeding out corruption to not give and not receive. Sometimes when we give, we are as guilty as the recipient. So in all, I think it's a way forward. I think it's a significant milestone. And we've again shown the robustness of the people of India. Of the people of India who understand the issues and are willing to come to terms with their own weaknesses and are now committed and resolved to changing all of that.
Our country is not a poor country. Just look at the number of rich people and the highest number of people who are in this world who are rich, very, very rich, come from India. So I don't think that we are a poor country, but I think a large number of people are poor. But I don't think we don't have the resources to take care of our own people. And I feel somewhere we have not been able to equally distribute these resources. Somewhere our systems, the way we operate, haven't been able to kind of really bring a change to the lowest common denominator. And that is why Anna Hazare's movement has struck such a huge chord, because somewhere I think each of us, whether we are educated or not educated, feels the pressure, and we always wish the system were different.
The anger has increased, and Anna just struck the right note, I think, at the right time.